Mr. O with the info.
I got the profit up. I always double up. Cash up. Everybody pressure.
What's good, everyone? What it do? It's your man, Mr. O with the info, giving you what you need to know. But you ain't here for me though. Top of the afternoon with y'all. What's good? Yeah, we about to go ahead and get into this. But first, I'm gonna need everybody to go ahead and hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? And if you are in good deeds and want to go ahead and donate to the show today, you can go ahead and sock it to my pocket right here at $sign MISTERO70, all app on Cash App. Give me 1 second. All right. Got a lot of noise in the background. You know, I'm in the hood, y'all. So bear with me. So let me see what I got up in here. All right, got nobody up in here right now, not just yet. All right. So in today's one sec, I gotta go ahead and get this done. Doorbell, be right back, y'all. Hold. My bad. Still trying to stand StreamYard and all that good stuff. So please bear with me. Okay. So back to what I was saying before. We over here at the Ozone, we discuss topics centered around Black men, but not just for Black men. I want to go ahead and talk about the community, with my so-called anecdotal or even observational analysis. So one particular thing about these modern dating relationships, far as Gen X's and millennials, I really don't want to go ahead and talk about baby boomers relationships no more, because we see that's a failure, especially in the community. And basically, I don't even consider baby boomers to give out good advice. Not all, but majority. Today's elders, who I like to call my olders, are Generation X. Generation X, supposedly people born between 1965 to 1981. And since I was born in 86, I have there was some Gen X's in my life, and particularly the women of that generation. Funny thing about Gen X women, No whole heart bad things on them, because I mean they was raised by either silent generation grandmas or baby boomer mothers. Now, depending on what kind of baby boomer mother you had, if she instilled good values and morals into a particular Generation X woman, kudos to her. I knew a few of them, but here in Chicago, South Side, dealing with this particular generation, you heard all through the late 80s, 90s, all up into the mid 2000s. These was their voices. This was their era. They basically was riding the wave of a stronger independent woman movement. You know what I'm saying? Created by boomer women of the 80s like Oprah Winfrey and the like. So Generation X women basically got into the corporate world, start businesses, and some of our most musically inclined women of that era, you know what I'm saying, on both R&B and the hip hop side was thriving. And some I can actually say I ain't gonna be a hate over it. Some particular female artists on both genres are good, just good as men. Hell, I give Lil Kim her credence and kudos for being one of the best female rappers of all time. I know a lot of people are going to give me pushback on that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know about MC Light, Queen Latifah, Gen X women as well. But what we're going to discuss is the relationship dynamic of Generation X women and how they're trying to go ahead and tell younger generations of women what they should desire in a man. But unfortunately, a lot of Gen X women, y'all do know y'all lives has been on videotape, DVD, and now on the internet. A lot of stuff these women are preaching doesn't match up with their so-called lives. And a lot of people want to go ahead and take advice from Generation X, me included. I take advice from some Gen X men, you know what I'm saying, that ones that's not part of the agenda, that's not belly aching, not doing belly rubbing, trying to grovel and stuff like that. So I have a video from Rebecca Lynn Pope. Yeah, she making headlines again. I guess she's found a new market. She was trying to be a dating coach to some of these women in American Westernized society, particularly probably in the community. And she recently, in a few years back, had to give up that said profession because the delusion of said women in the dating market has basically made her give up on the idea of women actually trying to find a good mate, not based on money, status, looks, or anything in between. So, you know, she's married to a pastor, so she probably still doing with that, trying to keep a religious figure and trying to be a modern woman at the same time. So it's a mix of both worlds that she's trying to advertise. And since she probably left the woman's market of trying to help these women with their dating options, everybody else in Black YouTube. A lot of y'all Black men, including me to some degree, but not me at all. Y'all like to be gullible. Y'all like to be told sweet nothings and everything. I know life is hard and everything, and a lot of y'all probably ain't got a girl, you know what I'm saying, woman, wife, you know what I'm saying, me either. But I find time to maximize my skills, get myself better in what my craft is. Like I let y'all know I'm a videographer, cinematographer, video editor. Also got a regular square job I'll be getting ready to go to in a few hours. This is just another one of my hobbies or hopefully another job in the future. Um, I try to give it sound logical advice if asked. You know, I'm not just going to tell people what they want to hear, need to hear, even including with me. So men, on the other hand, going into these social media spaces, they for some reason need positive reassurance or an echo chamber to some degree of needing women to validate their own talking points. And now we have Miss Rebecca Lynn Pope going to a new market. She's trying to advertise to us new form masculine men that's emerging into American society or global society. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Passport Bros and everyone in between. Before I get into the videos I got lined, what's going on, Celine? How you doing, beloved? It's good to see you up in here. What's up, my guy XL Pro? What's good with you? Salute, salute. Yes, yes, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. Thank you. Who else we got right here? We got my man Supreme 10. This woman found herself a pure I ain't gonna say Mr. Pope is a sucker or not. I mean, he did marry a woman in her late 30s though, and she said they've been married for 10 years. You know what? Generation X women, this is why I like to go ahead and get on them the most. She was supposedly married to him, yeah, in her 40s and wasn't a widow. Yeah. Thank you, Celine. Thank you. What else we got? Salute the Mac Trucker. What's good, bro? All right, so this woman and women other like, see, Generation X women, you know, they are so educated. I mean, education is a cornerstone in any kind of civilization. But unfortunately, we're not dealing with education, we're dealing with indoctrination. Generation X women born between 1965 to 1981. Let me give y'all a gist of what that really means. I am talking about the Adina Howards, the Keisha Coles, um, the Trinas, hell, even Halle Berry and Janet Jackson. That's all Generation X. So they, Generation X women, they are very, very masculine, very strong-willed. Even they're the ones that make the most demands in every situation. Even now, you starting to see an influx of single ladies like Tierra Mari, another Gen Xer. They felt like they was not given the proper credence in relationships, or they wasn't getting what they felt they was given in relationships, and they feel like these are the generations of women that doing the most divorcing now, leaving their marriages, trying to come up with different lifestyle trends for said relationships. They the ones that's trying to do the whole opposite of poly thing. Two men, one woman, you know what I'm saying? So she get a cake and eat it too. And they always use feminist talking points to justify their behavior. That's the main generation besides the baby boomer women that want to go ahead and keep the so-called patriarchy alive while trying to dismantle it. So I got Miss Rebecca Lynn Pope video right here. I'm about to go ahead and bring up to the screen. I would go ahead and ask y'all to hit that Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, all with the same name. If y'all choose to want to go ahead and donate. And let's begin with this. This is Rebecca Lynn Pope. Not too bad looking. I'm not going to even lie. Generation X women, I could give y'all some credit in this modern age. Y'all took full advantage of the healthy lifestyles, food, beauty products, and everything, BBL surgeries and all that in between. Y'all the most lit older women I ever seen my entire life in this generation. Like for real though. And especially if you don't got no crow's feet, no gray hairs, hell, you can still pass for your 20s and 30s. I know the truth though, but the rest of these dudes don't. So we about to listen to Rebecca Lynn Pope and her new advertisement to masculine black men. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what she's got to say.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, morning, YouTube. Hope you guys are having a fabulous Wednesday morning. Message for women who love masculine men. Women who love masculine men. I think that in the world we now live in, it's really easy to, as women, to get into a place where we are operating in our masculine energy, because by law of gender, there's the universal divine law of gender. Good morning, Jen Will. There are 12 universal laws, one of them being the law of gender, and every single thing has divine feminine and divine masculine energy.
Divine feminine and divine masculine. You know, that's hermetic science or some type of philosophy right there. But isn't she supposed to be a Christian woman? I'm just saying. And she married to a Christian pastor, but using some type of occult type of knowledge to her disposal right now to justify her behavior. What's going on? Social life. What's good, my girl from across the pond? What's good? What's good? They're confused. They want to have their cake and eat it too. Yes, yes, yes. And I love it. I love it. Me being the guy that I am, I'm petty. Petty in a good way. I'll give you rope to hang yourself because I want you to go ahead and fully explain it to me like a 6-year-old. Tell me your position on what you stand for on this particular matter on relationships. Are you for your man or are you against your man? Because what I see now in relationships, not just black, but through across the board, it's like y'all want to be in competition with us instead of being our helpmate. And she's using the laws of gender. Divine feminine and divine masculine. I find it funny she didn't put the masculine first. You know, that's the first principle of the so-called gender law of gender. Masculine come first. man. But let's continue with her video, and we're gonna go back to her earlier videos on how she started on her so-called journey of giving advice.
Every single thing. So, by law of gender, all of us have masculine and feminine energy, and it is about learning how to balance those energies. That's how we live a good life with balance and harmony. So, what has happened in our current society is that as women, we have been literally shaped and formed, influenced to operate in our masculine, and men are too. I mean, super masculine. There's so much pressure.
Miss Pope, Miss Pope. Let me hold on. Let me go rewind that a little bit.
Shaped and formed, influenced to operate in our masculine, and men are too. I mean,
operate in your masculine. To operate in your masculinity, you'll have to have a patriarchy in a country that allows you to practice masculinity. Because Lord forbid, we're not in a first world country when we don't have women representation in our Congress and Senate. Y'all don't want to go to them so-called Islamic countries when you don't get none of them type of rights. And they'll dare you. They'll dare you to act masculine. And I will see how that turns out for you. If you are just coming in, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you're enjoying the content so far, you can sock it to my pocket at $MISTERO70, all cap and no cap on Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. So let's go ahead and continue with her diatribe.
super masculine. There's so much pressure to operate in our masculine in our current society, modern society, because it's a go-getter, hustle, grind, work hard, ambitious, competitive, go hard type of energy. And that's masculine in nature. And so when it comes to women, if you love masculine men, and who doesn't, right? Let's just be honest, as women, who doesn't love masculine men? We love masculine men. So here's the problem though. Just like in our feminine, we love masculine energy. We thrive, we crave masculine energy. Guess what masculine energy craves? Feminine. So for all the ladies who absolutely love masculine men, you can't show up hyper masculine and
That's a given because a lot of dudes ain't trying to put up with that crap, especially nowadays. A lot of men, even though they was probably raised by a single mom, they still got masculine inklings, and a lot of chicks do be going overboard with they unbearing attitudes, right there in public. You could take a woman to a nice restaurant or something like that, and everything be going good. But one little trigger moment, she'll go from 0 to 100 real quick and embarrass you, make you feel like you beneath and belittled and everything. And then once you gotta drop off at home, you gotta actually question yourself: do I really want to deal with a woman that's that strong willed? Yeah, strong strength and everything is good in a relationship, but learn your place sometimes. What's up, Chaos Rain? What up? What up? Let me see what my girl, Lady A, got to say. These people have unrealistic expectations, trying to hold things that are mutually exclusive. That is true. That is a fact. Uh, Masculinity in this culture, see, we do need a balance, and unfortunately, we are out of whack. We have a lot of feminine men, you know what I'm saying, and we have a lot of masculine women. Two of the opposites will not. The opposite is already in nature, but y'all trying to go against nature and trying to make some quasi mixture of idiom, idiot, trying to be idiots out here, and trying to remix what's already been established from the beginning. Men, you have to be men. Women, you have to be women, or it's not going to work. We seen it with the divorce rates. We're seeing how everybody just want to have their cake and eat it too, and nobody wants to give into a relationship. Fuck that 50-50, even fuck that 100. You give me your 1,000, I give you my 1,000. Each other as team players instead of as competition. But let's go ahead and see what she got to say.
Think that that's going to be attractive to a masculine man. A masculine man craves your femininity.
Fair
He
use, fair
craves
use.
your softness. He craves to be that strong provider, protector. He wants to be your knight in shining armor. He wants to be that strong man for you. But if you show up in your masculine and you don't need anybody, you don't need anything, I'm good, I've got it covered, I'm a boss, I'm the queen, I have it all figured out.
What's good, LSP, the freckle face artist? What's going on, beautiful? How you doing today on this almost afternoon here in Chicago? Thank you for stopping by my show. Now, she just said something very key there. And a lot of women do take advantage of said men's neediness or want to be needed. You know, men to a degree want to go ahead and provide and protect their woman. That's part of our genetic makeup. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes us us. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, though, men want to feel appreciated for, you know what I'm saying, that sacrifice, being with the woman that they, and especially the woman that they had to go chase, spit game to, and actually had to conquer to get with. Yes, they want her to be a compliment to their life. Unless you want to be just like me, be a you know what I'm saying, just a magnetic dude and just let women come to you. You know what I'm saying? I prefer that versus just being a jackass trying to go up in every woman's face, especially if they don't like your ass. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here or there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And ladies, trying to do the same thing as men do will get you hurt. Not get this young lady, I mean, seasoned lady continue.
Men, this They respond to, she needs me, my kids need me, my wife needs me, my sister needs me, my husband, my father needs me, my family needs me. They respond to that. And it's in their nature. It's innate. God made them this way. They can't change it. Society and modern society hasn't changed it. Masculine men need to be needed. So guess what?
Yeah, masculine men need to be needed, but are we just a utility, or are we actually wanted? We Gen X women, we have seen who y'all basically pedestalized in our community. Let's not forget the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do know MC Light is a Gen Xer, right? And she did come out with a song in the 90s titled Gotta Have a Roughneck, Gotta Have a Roughneck. You know what I'm saying? Oh, other Gen X women, you know, Beyonce a Gen Xer too. You know what I'm saying? Destiny's Child, TLC. What was their whole theme in the 2000s? Anybody want to go ahead and take a gander? Oh, that was the beginning of getting in the bag. Oh, right. Bills, can't pay my telephone bills, can't pay my automobiles. Then we can, yeah, yeah. Long memory, long memory. Now, since the scamdemic of the 2020s, when they found out them little comfortable air conditioning jobs, basically want them to stay at home and finish their work there. You know, so they want getting attention at the office. They want using their feminine wiles to coerce the underlings to do their own work, and they couldn't use their feminine wiles to go ahead and just compose their boss into getting them a high raise at the job no more. So they found out in 2020 that masculine men are needed, wanted, and damn near desired, because weak men are not gonna go out there and forage for food or defend you. Go get some water, go to the grocery store, mess with Thuggo, all that. But who they pedestalize in the so-called community are the weak man, not just Thuggo, just you know what I'm saying, even some of the square working dudes that just gotta have one woman. They'll do anything just to have that one woman, and they'll go ahead, bend over backwards, bend on bended knees. Oh yeah, Gen X dudes. Yeah, we remember y'all boys to men ass niggas, you know what I'm saying, on bended knee, crying and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's probably y'all fault too that you got these Gen X women and millennial women thinking this way. But let's Miss Pope. I don't know why I paused right there on that shit. I'm bogus as hell, but let me go ahead and let it continue.
But if you're a woman who loves masculine men, you're going to have to learn how to compartmentalize your masculine energy. Where do you show up in your masculine energy? Where is that appropriate and where is it not? Carrie told me a long time ago, I'm not going to fight you to take care of you. I'm not going to wrestle with you. I'm not going to compete with you. And that's masculine men. They're not going to argue with you, ladies. They're not going to fight with you to try to be there for you. They're going to fall back and eventually opt out of the relationship. And even if they don't leave you, they can still be opted out of the relationship and still love you and be there. But they opted out a long time ago because they're not going to sit there and wrestle with you and compete with you.
You're right about that, sweetheart. Them days is over with. You know, it's sad. It's a sad day of affairs when you have all these men that could have been in said marriages and everything. Now they negating it. They don't want to be bothered, and they pretty much want to go ahead and exercise their options. That don't mean too well for a lot of women out here, especially ones that want to be married. You know what I'm saying? If there is some, you know, want to have children, do everything supposedly the right way, but what's really is the right way nowadays? I mean, a lot of women want a soft girl era. They want to be stay-at-home wives, like it's the 1950s and 60s. Unfortunately, due to feminism, due to equal rights and all that good stuff, we now need impossible a two-income household. Because what's the average salary going on in America? We always talk about this 50K, 60K. You know, that's in an inflated economy, you alone gonna need at least 85K just to live comfortably here in the city of Chicago. And Lord forbid if you got a wife and kids, and she looking to you to take on all the burden, be the real man of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Uh, with your little 88K job, and times is war and everything, and masculine men are needed even for that. You know what I'm saying? I seen our military, especially in the National Guard. I'm gonna pray for us here in America. It might be going down like a well on a boat. But with the her new market, a lot of you dudes out here that want to hear and be one told what y'all need to hear and want to hear from the women that's not even clothed all the way. And I really don't listen to women with clothes on. Shout out to my boy Dirty Folks. Uh, um, they came up with their top ties out. You know what I'm saying? Always dolled up and speaking in a soft feminine voice. Get y'all dudes go into your pockets or hit that cash out. And y'all send it. I see it. Y'all send it. Y'all send it. I ain't hating on you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do know Delilah also says sweet nothings to a particular guy by the name of Samson. You see what happened to him. So let's go ahead and let her finish her speech.
You to lead or to be masculine, right? E-Baby Productions, ugh, I'm raising a little boy and sometimes it's hard to take my mustache off. Please help, right? E-Baby, listen, I've been there. That's the thing I want every woman who watches this video to understand. I'm coming from a place of having to heal these areas in my life, just like you. I've been married almost 10 years to Carrie. And in these years, it has taken me doing so much healing work to get to the point where I'm softer, so that I'm getting what I want inside of my marriage, because I had just been
There
just
you
like you, masculine, go get her, get it, girl, boss chick. Literally, go, 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 hard, 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 harder, 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 not softer, 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 harder, harder, harder. Go harder, go harder.
It's me though. I just had a thought in my head when she was just saying harder, harder, harder. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if Carrie is smashing that real good. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Rebecca Lynn Pope ain't a bad looker for a woman her age. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can see why Carrie still put a ring on it. But as I said before, a lot of Gen X women did keep themselves together. I gotta go back on that. You know what I'm saying? Some of them did hold themselves together, but some of them are falling apart horribly. And I like to give credit where credit is due. I'm not a hater. At least I'm not trying to be. And but what she just said though, women want to work harder, harder, harder. All right, ladies. When y'all work harder, are y'all doing it just to prove a point, or y'all actually working harder to build something later in life? Because when I hear women say they working harder, 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 and I see what you working harder for, and I'm like, they be like, I just see y'all do it. Shorty, men work hard just because we want to, and sometimes we have to, but sometimes let's go ahead and continue.
Home. Sleep is for punks, right? I'm starting these businesses. I'm making my money, my goals, ambitions, drive. And then you reach a point where you're exhausted. And here I am with a life partner, husband, purpose partner. That's why Soft Wife Life Mentoring is for married women too. A lot of wives are signing up for Soft Wife life mentoring because they're like, my husband told me about your program, Rebecca. I need to be in here because obviously I'm struggling. Just because you say I do doesn't mean all of a sudden a light switch goes off and you.
My bad, y'all. I did something with the stream, y'all, and everything. I got to go back to that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She had said something very, very poignant and everything. Let me go back real quick. All right. Fair use. Fair use.
I'm so busy, hyper independent, isolated, not supported, right? Feeling so unsupported, so alone, so overwhelmed, so stressed. And I have a husband. So don't think the answer is just getting married, because if you don't heal this imbalance while you're single, it shows up in your marriage and will sabotage what you think you want in your marriage and what you think you're signing up for in your marriage. You'll be sabotaging that. That's why.
Yeah, she got a point there. Sabotaging relationships because not getting your way, not understanding your man. You know what I'm saying? All men, to a degree, are the same. We have the same biological functions. Yes, we like to eat, sleep, shit, and fuck. You know what I'm saying? But not all men are the same. Some of us, we want to be the so-called romantic type. I don't know why. Some of us want to be the hard ass type. You know what I'm saying? Just take no prisoner, don't take no mess. A lot of women say they don't like that, but for some reason they do when they talking about me. Yeah. See, Rebecca is trying to get into a new market of some sorts because trying to help out women back in her old profession as a dating coach. She had to sit there and listen to delusions of grandeur. You know what I'm saying? Women want to do with the 6'6s, but yet, you know, they look like Nell Carter. You know what I'm saying? They look like Thea. And they want that man to go ahead and look past her freaknik days, her days probably doing overtime with the boss over the weekend. She had to do some liaison work, had to go and do a business trip. Yeah, them days is over with. A lot of dudes is just packing up and leaving from the said relationships and it's getting to situationships where we actually dictate the rules and not to have to worry about losing half our shit. Welcome to the modern era of marriage, dating, and everything. Let's go ahead and let her finish talking. We got about another 10 minutes.
Soft Wife Life mentoring is for married women too. A lot of wives are signing up for Soft Wife Life mentoring because they're like, my husband told me about your program, Rebecca. I need to be in here because obviously I'm struggling. Just because you say I do doesn't mean all of a sudden a light switch goes off and you stop operating in your masculine when you've been over here by yourself, literally doing it all, operating in this go-getter mentality, isolated, hyper independent, and now it's time to be interdependent, and you don't know how to do that. You don't know how to trust. You got trust issues. You got mentoring in this area on how to be a happy wife. Yes, your mom was a wife, but was she happy? Was she provided and protected? Most of us,
like baby boomers have such a good relationship and they can actually give you advice on that type of said relationship. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to sound good, trying to make a good case. I give her credit what credit's due. But yeah. Let her go ahead and I'll finish. Hold on.
experience the opposite. So we're afraid to be softer. Subconsciously, we're so afraid to be softer. It's Leonilde says, how do you know when you are a masculine woman? Is it the way you respond to things or arguing, etc.? Here's how you know. Here are some of the signs. You feel overwhelmed. You feel unprotected.
You feel masculine by feeling overwhelmed. How did you get into an overwhelming situation? Oh, because you thought you can do it because you was strong and independent and didn't need no man, and now you need a man because you overwhelmed. Yeah, yeah. You know that that ages y'all real quick, real bad too. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all really seen a woman out here that really works hard like a man and probably been doing it for the last 20 some years? I have seen that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen bubbly women, you know what I'm saying, get into the work life. You know what I'm saying? Fresh face and everything. Just a fast forward 20 years later, they looking run down. They looking kind of tired. You know what I'm saying? The crow's feet and the gray hair started kicking. Even some of them got so strong and independent, they got little whiskers on their chin and on their lip. And their voice get a little deeper. They pick up a little weight, and they come up to you as men and try to make a deal. Like let's make a deal. They want to make a deal. They want a partner. They want no husband. They're not looking for even a lover. They're looking for a partner. They view relationships as a business. And y'all dudes still out here talking about my everything, my one and only. These chicks are actually your business liaisons. They made everything contractual. You know what I'm saying? So when in the keyword partner instead of life mates or even husband or wife is not being used in a sentence, you know he dealing with a masculine woman and she trying to make you into the bitch.
You feel unsupported. You feel alone and isolated. Very
Unsupported. How you not being supported? Don't y'all support each other? And you got a gang of simps in y'all inboxes and in your daily lives. So I know y'all getting some support there. All you gotta do is wear some kind of little skimpy little clothing, talk a little provocative, and you got a donation right then and hell, hell, hell. You can't even go around even say nothing bad about women in society and not have nothing bad happen to you. So it's really good. Let's continue.
often. Somehow in situations with friends, family, men, you are the one who's always carrying the brunt of the responsibilities.
Fair use.
You're the one who's always paying. You're the one who's always supporting, encouraging, paying the way. You're the one who people always have their hands out to you for help and support, yet you don't feel supported. You're tired. You sometimes feel exhausted. You feel like giving up sometimes, but it's not an option because you are always it all falls back on you. Everything's depending on you. So guess what? Even in your friendships, your family, when you operate in your masculine, you are the leader. You're the strong one. You're doing it all on your own. You may be raising kids on your own, taking care of.
Why did she choose to do everything on her own? That is the question. I mean, a lot of these independent songs from the 90s and 2000s have really got to these women's psyche, and they actually believe have that propaganda material. Doing it on your own, nobody truly does it on their own in this world, people. We all need help. And just for you to think you could go out here on your own as women, think you go ahead and take on these so-called um, society ills in y'all. It really does a number on y'all. And we seen the explosion of women in media or even in our own motivational reality. They losing their minds out here because they're not being covered. They're not being told what they need to be told. And now we just have a whole bunch of panderers that's trying to keep this thing going and try to make a profit off these said women. So let's I don't know what's up with my internet connection. I got my hotspot on, you know what I'm saying, right near my laptop, but for some reason, yeah.
Aging parents on your own, paying bills on your own. You're responsible for all the chores. You're even raising kids that are used to you operating in your masculine and your strength. So you're a strong woman and you don't need any help. And even your kids treat you like you're a strong woman. You don't even hold them accountable to do their part often. We have a hard time holding others responsible for their being accountable for their own responsibilities, for their own outcomes. So in your masculine, in my masculine, I can honestly say that I was avoiding hard, softer because I thought it meant that I would be taken advantage of. When you're operating in your masculine due to the pain, due to the feelings of isolation and not being supported, you often feel taken advantage.
She know how to flip a script and know how to that sound real good, justifying some women's immature behavior early in life and relationships. Now, women in their late 30s, early 40s out here trying to reestablish a buzz and won't come back onto the dating market and still practice the same tactics that they did to remain single throughout their youth. I find it crazy now as an older millennial. When I was trying to talk to Generation X women in my youth, younger days, a lot of them used to say, "You a little boy. I need me a grown man." All that good stuff. And she like, what you mean, go 50-50? I don't do no 50. You supposed to be the man. Yeah. But then in that same sentence, they'd be like, I don't need no man. I got my own money. All right. Okay. All right. So I find it funny. Ever since 2000 hit, it had did the reverse. Now I see and getting approached by Gen X women. Still talking shit though. Still talking shit. Getting approached by Gen X women, still talking shit, but they actually try to calm down because they seen the writings on the wall. The millennial women took y'all place, and they about to go again to the same space as you are. And Gen Z women are coming up. Your daughters, your little nieces, a lot of y'all just aunties. So a lot of your nieces are coming onto the dating scene, and they could get the same man that you desire. And now a lot of y'all trying to save face, trying to become dating coaches, life coaches, saying like Shira 7, trying to give out old outdated talking points like Rebecca Lynn here. She tried to use old 1980s talking points a couple of weeks ago about why men are not trying to get married or trying to date in this current society. But now she actually trying to reverse that thing and trying to market to men, specifically the so-called masculine men that feminists and everybody supposedly hate. I mean, I also got that other interview when she was a dating coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pay. Matter of fact, let me go play that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Before we get back to this one. All right. Oh shit. Yep. So let me go ahead and find that real quick and bring that to the screen. Now I know all y'all remember this interview right here. Or not interview, this podcast she had did a couple of years back on the reason why she was not trying to work with women as a dating coach no more. Let's go ahead and pick off right here.
Really want just a good man. She doesn't want a husband. What she's really wanting are these standards or ideas that she has of what a man is supposed to be. But this is nothing what men are. This is not realistic for who men are, how they think, what they value. It's just this preconceived,
idea that women have of who men should be. But this is not reality. Okay. So, literally, the standards here that I see consistently in women that stay single, do not get married, and the difference between women and wives is understanding one, that men are not women. He's not going to be your best friend like your best girlfriend. You can't talk to him like that. They don't talk like that. They don't talk that much. They're not so sensitive and girly the way we are as women. So if you're expecting a man to be all super sensitive and so considerate and just so everything like your girlfriends, you're barking up the wrong tree. He's going to.
Yeah, you barking up the wrong tree. Feelings, emotional intelligence, love languages, all that other bull crap us men really don't care about. I mean, a lot of us probably did study up on things just to get our game sharp enough to deal with the modern woman of today. But all of us not really about that shit. We we like to be served, and the service that the modern woman of today is providing is basically not up to par. She needs to get retrained. Probably even need to go take a femininity class or two, or charm school, like my man Minister Japat once said. Charm school is a lot of things these women need in this modern day culture, because they really don't know what a man truly wants or desires, and some of them really don't give a damn.
Your feelings all the time, or else you're going to feel like he doesn't communicate because you're holding these standards like he's a girl. I'm sorry, leave that to your gay guy friends, or leave that to your guy, that your bestie guys that talk kind of like girls. Your man that you're going to marry is not going to be like that, right? The second standard is this: you're comparing good men to, I can't say this, F boys. I'm just going to say it. You're comparing good men to the men that you've experienced previously who were not ready to be husbands, that you were just dating, messing around with.
She finally called on, huh? She finally caught on to that. Yeah. 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 Let's go ahead.
You're comparing good men to the men that you've experienced previously who were not ready to be husbands.
See, all that experience, the dating market. I know some Gen X women that had boomer and silent generation adults in their lives. And a lot of silent generation early boomers was still on that like you got to court, saying, got to get to know and all that good stuff. Yeah, a lot of Gen X women want to try and hear that issue. Saying, they even laugh at the idea talking about courting. What's that? What's courting? Oh, you talking about my little boyfriend that I let hit from the back? Oh, well, you can say we courting. Yeah, yeah. And then now they the ones talking about you got to court me to get in a relationship with a 50-some-year-old Gen X. You got to court her now. Court her now.
You were just dating, messing around with. I mean, literally, there's a distinct difference between marriage material, men who are ready to be husbands, and these F boys that you've been messing around with in out of these situationships with for years. And so now you have this standard for a man and a husband based on these dudes that have just been playboys, fun, boy toys, whatever you want to call it, girls, okay? You can call it whatever you want. But now you set this standard to say he's supposed to look like this, he's supposed to act like that. Oh, you know what? He's too corny. He likes me too much. He texts me too much. Yeah, because the men that you were messing with, you weren't even the only one. They don't text you right back. They don't call you right back because they have 8 more just like you. So a man comes along that is crazy about you and is interested in you, and I'm sorry to say, you have friend zoned the men that really you're compatible with, the men that would make.
And now y'all trying to make a deal with said friend zone dudes, and a lot of them dudes that woke up and drunk the whiskey, you know what I'm saying, and they basically I said, I ain't about to deal with this shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I do the monkey dance every now and again, but nah. Let's go back to this other interview. You know what I'm saying? We had just started with. Hold on one second. Now let's go back to this interview and go ahead and wrap this up real quick. I appreciate y'all coming out today. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna finish up this a little bit right here. Then she got another 6 minutes.
Like people aren't grateful for everything you do, even though you're doing so much and you're always doing so much and you're covering so much. You don't feel as a woman we're imbalanced because we also have feminine that's not being fed and not being tapped into. So in order to balance out the masculine and the feminine, we have to learn how to operate in our feminine, how to give ourselves permission to be softer, to be supported, to be helped, right? Operating your masculine also looks like having needs and needing help, but not asking. The inability to be vulnerable, the inability to express emotions, the inability, hyper masculine men have this problem too, because there's also feminine side to men that needs to be balanced.
Ironically,
also,
again, a lot of y'all don't really want a true stoic masculine man because ironically, you can't get on his damn nerves, so he could blow up on you. So if he get into that rageful state, you know he's gonna break your back out. That's the only reason why chicks be want to go and pull that shit. They want to get up under your skin so you could break their back. And after you break that back, you give them what they want, and they feel like they ain't do nothing wrong at all. And a lot of you dudes need to go ahead and practice deep discipline and stop falling for that hot and cold move the goalpost so I can get what I want out of you and feel like you want to do it anyway. Stop falling for that. It's not really that hard out here, especially trying to convince women. Huh? Really? Huh? Man. And Rebecca sings nice and more tame than your average Gen X woman. A lot of them, they be the most loudest ones in the room for no damn reason. Even the young chicks be like, damn, what's this old lady problem? What the hell? Yeah.
Soft place. You need a safe place. Men need this too. They need balance. But in the hyper masculine, you don't want to share emotions. You're afraid to be vulnerable. Trusting is difficult. And
Yeah, I don't trust none of y'all. I'm sorry. That just me. I ain't gonna tell you other men not to go and trust. That's just me. I don't trust them. I'm sorry. I can only trust them as far as I can see them, and that's not that far. Nigga need some new glasses. You know what I'm saying?
that's just not going to work if you're a woman who wants to be with a masculine man. Masculine men respond to our softness, they respond to our femininity. I have watched my entire marriage transform as I began to show up softer in my relationship with Carrie. Am I still a C?
So how did you come to Carrie at all? Now that's the story. I mean, let's be real. How did you get said Carrie Pope? Was you one of them strong, demanding women, and he basically had to break down? Then you became softer because you found out like, oh, he is a pastor. I can't be doing that to a pastor. So she probably trying to readjust herself because she is the first lady or some right now. So yeah. But I don't buy it. Don't buy it. A tiger really rarely changes the stereotypes, you know what I'm saying? Past behavior dictates future behavior. You know what I'm saying? I still believe in change for some people, but majority of the time now some things is already done, and it just is what it is. We'll have another 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and just let her go on, and I'm gonna go ahead and shut up.
CEO, yeah, I still own several businesses. Am I still a go-getter chick and have goals? Yes. Am I Harry walks all over me? Y'all know better. I'm too opinionated and strong-willed, right? What I did do is bring balance.
See what I just said right there? She literally just said it like, yeah, you know me, you know what I'm saying? I'm too strong-willed, I'm too this. All right, yeah, you one of them chicks that wanna yell, complain, all that good stuff, and the nigga just supposed to sit there. Unfortunately, you better keep that down south, Miss Pope. I know a lot of dudes probably from the south still practice southern hospitality and all that good stuff. But us niggas up here in Chicago, we nope. I'm just saying, nope. Don't try to put that with Chicago, nigga. Just saying.
I'm still a CEO. But guess what? In relaxing and being softer, Carrie picked up more of the slack, right? A change, a shift happened in our household around roles and responsibilities.
See,
I'm not carrying as much of a burden as I used to. The pressure to produce and perform, much more ease and flow. So guess what? Carrie said I put up a reel that talked about what are the benefits of being with a feminine or softer woman, and he was like sex, food, right, fun, because he on them, depending on them. Carrie works night and day in his business, making all this money to take care of things. My money goes more towards savings and investing. We're going to talk about that in soft
See,
I
knew it. She couldn't hold it. She couldn't hold
some
it.
of the responsibilities of leaning into your softer life as a woman.
That was the whole gist. She said all that just to make him go ahead and take off a lot of her load that she basically made for herself, and now he's there to be the cleanup man to save the day, and she's trying to basically make this into the new thing and make all of us dudes so-called masculine men think this is what we truly desire. I don't think I need to go anymore. I think she just got to talking about a lot of other stuff, but I appreciate y'all coming out this now afternoon. It's now noon, August 31st, 2023. I hope y'all go ahead and have a great afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'd like to go ahead and shout out my supporters. Even though I didn't have none for this stream, it is what it is. Still though, we'll be coming out with more content. I might have some for y'all tonight. We will be discussing the weakness of Black men in the community, and how masculinity or being just upright men needs to make a comeback for the likelihood of the pre-extinction of the Black race. So again, it's your man, Mr. O with the info, giving you all what you need to know. But you ain't here for me though. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I appreciate y'all for coming out. And I'm gone.
Mr. O with the info.